Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to the demo of Kosmos Connections. We've just played a visual novel inside a visual novel, and so the mystery begins. Wait, that's it? I thought there would be more, you know? Well, it is only the start of the game. With stories like this, the first chapter serves as setup for later events. At the very least, I thought the story was engaging. Especially the mystery concerning what Nona saw in the datascape. Fair enough. I did find Tao's characters interesting too, despite how short the chapter was. Yeah, I thought Kaz was pretty cool, but that's probably because he's the main character. You think so? But we still have a ways to go, so we'll have to see how things pan out. I don't really have many things that I found wrong. Honestly, but if Tao wants feedback, I'll try to think up something valid. I would say that sometimes the reading speed when the text loads, sometimes it was a bit kind of like a bit of an interference coming along and distorting the speed at which it loads up. Well, the cafe should be closing up soon. Are you ready to go down there? Yeah, sure. I don't know if there's much to even say, but I'll try to help you not hurting Tao's feet. Runa, shut up, Rue. Trust me, I won't. Okay, bro. Just know that I have your back regardless. You don't have any choice, you're our sibling. Alright, thanks, Rue. Before leaving the hotel, I put my laptop into sleep mode and grab my jacket. Rue takes a leftover cookie from last night and eats it on the way down to the cafe. Guess what? I've already had a cookie from last night today. With the somber melodies of the night leaving the cafe, Rue and I go to the appointed meeting spot at the cafe. Hi everyone! Oh my god, look at everything. It's so dark and spoopy. Hello again, Flare, Runia.
Salutations, you two.
Hello, Jen. Glad to see you again. Where's Zach? Oh, my brother's off doing some work at the moment. He may not be a detective or anything like that, but he has the looks and works as hard as one. Aww. Well, I forgot that Rue has a bit of a crush on him. Don't worry, you'll get your chance one day. Yeah, karma for last time and all the other times. Oh, I'm sorry. So, did you three test the first chapter for me? Shaking the light pane off, I prepped the answer in my head. I'm happy to report that there weren't any bugs as far as I could see. Same thing on my end. I did not notice a single thing out of the ordinary in terms of programming. As you could probably remember, Jen's not the best when it comes to games. That's good, but was there anything else that you would say needs improvements? Actually, I wanted to praise you for what you were able to accomplish so far. Huh? Really? Knowing you, I was sure you would have something to say. No, I didn't say it was perfect, but you're doing a lot of things extremely well for your first game. For one, your art style is really beautiful. Oh, I love how you put so much detail into making the characters' expressions all different. The backgrounds are really clean too, but it must have taken a lot of time to get right. You don't know the half of it, especially making sure all the characters look good. It definitely took some anatomy practice. I'm glad you liked the poses. Yes, I found Ryo's expressions especially entertaining. I was a fan of Kaz's sprite myself. We all know why. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, Rue, we know exactly what you are talking about. On this boat. Ah, stop trying to cover my mouth. I think you're quite the amusing pair yourselves. You're both so expressive when talking, but I think you would have been a great inspiration for a story all your own. You really think so? I'm flattered, Tao. Now you're blushing. Shut up, Rue. You don't like it when we talk about you and your feelings for Tao's brother. Let's stop that for now. What I think we're all trying to say, Ta, is that you're a really great artist and a good story writer. Thank you. I mean, that really means a lot coming from you. It wasn't easy to scale everything just right, and getting the presentation to look that good in the first place took a lot of effort, but it was all worth it just to tell this story, right? Speaking of the story, it is one of those slow-boiled tales, is it not? I'm not sure I would call it a slow boil, but there is meant to be some build-up. But not much happens in Chapter 1. Wouldn't it be more gripping to have something happen... So yeah, wouldn't it be more gripping to have something happen right at the start? Like a central hook? Nah, you can't have one of those too early. You see, I was deciding whether or not to show a scene from later on at the end of Chapter 1 instead. It's just that... Just that what? Do you think it'll be a bit too much of a cliffhanger then? I think you'll understand once you reach that point. For me, it made more sense to give proper build-up than a one-time shock. But I guess we'll talk about that later when the time is right. Did you really not find it all that interesting though? Oh, and I tried my best too. Actually, I did. I think that you made a very good choice by joining the play of known as Little Mystery going on. Rue might just be a bit sad that she didn't get to see anything. Well, just a little bit. Thank you for that little reassurance. It feels good to hear what I wanted acknowledged the most. So, you wanted to discuss Nona then? Not entirely. I think we'll save her for tomorrow's discussion. I'm just glad Flare is interested. What? Just me? What about everyone else? Is that directing something? Now, I think the last point of discussion of my game would be this. Did you think anything could be improved upon? Everything seemed fine to me. It's not really constructive. If this was a total strangers game, I'm sure you'd be able to find one or two things constructive to criticize about. And constructive criticism is different from just complaining. All the portraits looked like they were properly placed. There weren't any spelling errors that I could see. Perhaps a few grammar mistakes, although the frame rate was smooth overall. You're worried about frame rates in a visual novel? Yes! A story's flow has got to work just as well as the flow of the frame rates of the game. It's okay. Something like that matters more in a different game, perhaps. But I applaud your perspectiveness, Flare. Right, thank you. Although, give me a list of those grammatical errors if you have the time, Flare. I want to get rid of those before putting the game up for everyone else to play. I will, Tao. Promise. So, is that everything? Regarding uplink aphilia? Yeah, I think that's it for today. We'll cover more of the story tomorrow, as Chapter 2 is something you better not miss. Okay, with that part of the discussion out of the way, how was everyone's day today? Oh, you know we had a great time at the park, Flare. Our little conversation under the tree brought back some memories. It was very nostalgic, but so fun just to be together. I'm really glad I could share some of my storytelling and philosophy with you. Okay, I'm not surprised by that at all. Shut up, Rue! How lovely. I took care of checking the stock this morning, and once I finished up, I read for quite some time. Oh, what book were you reading? You're not gonna tell. Come on, Jen, we won't judge. Is it a manga?
Well, it is a novel called Love Paradigm.
A love novel called Love Paradigm. Oh, I didn't know you were into those kind of things, Jen.
I'm not. It's not even that kind of book.
They all say that at first. When she gets flustered, she can't uphold that perfect speech.
As for me, I just walked around the mall for a few hours. Nothing special.
Rue, we definitely know what you did. You've been carefully sneaking behind us, far away from us to not allow us to know that you're there, while at the same time being close enough to know exactly what me and Tao were talking about. There's a mall here?
Well, it's more like a strip mall. I was in the arcade most of the time.
So you were not within the mall then? Oh, I see. Sorry for taking your brother away from you, Rue.
It's not your fault. He just can't resist you is all.
Rue, would you just shut up for 1 second and stop thinking like that? Friends can be friends, you know. You said you would stop joking about that.
Sorry.
You said that yesterday. So, those were our days then. Yep, that covers all of us. All in all, pretty peaceful. Oh my gosh. Rue, please come and help me for a moment. Huh? Me? Okay. Don't mess. Rue, would you just Oh, I told you to stop thinking like that. On multiple occasions, Rue. With a wink, Rue heads towards the kitchen with Jen. So, hey, about your game. I just want to know. Sorry, I just want you to know that I really enjoy it so far, and I want to help you in any way possible. Oh right, yeah, I know. Your compliments mean a lot to me, and I'm trying my best to make the game impactful, even if only a little. It's just that, aside from the looks, I followed everything to a T. What did you follow? The inspiration for my story. I actually decided to tell it because of dreams that I used to have. Oh really? What kind were they? Well, they were reoccurring, or perhaps sequential. However, they all told the same story. Uplink Adphilia is that dream turned into reality. Every time I dreamt, I would write down all the details I could remember. I see. That's actually not that uncommon. A lot of famous novels have been inspired by dreams. Perhaps, but... We're back! Woo, just... I don't have any words for you. Meh. Rue. Sorry, bro. Just thought you've been doing that with us since we started the game. Yes, Jen, I'll laugh all you want. Oh, not you too, Jen. Oh, my apologies. I just find it all amusing seeing you get worked up like that. But anyways, based on your preferences from last time, I brought a more reasonable amount of sweets. I apologise for not putting them out sooner. It's okay. Anything is appreciated, right, Rue? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jen. Thanks, Jen. Rue chose her own macarons, so I brought you your dessert, Flare. Once again, I'm presented with a small platter of red macarons and peanut butter cookies. Thanks a lot. I'll just take the macarons, thank you. My pleasure. Did you not get anything for yourself? Oh no, I really shouldn't. Shut up, Jen. You're joining with us whether you like it or not. You're gonna eat that peanut butter cookie. Come on, Jen. As Rue said yesterday, you should indulge every once in a while. She holds out a cookie to her face.
Calm down, Tao. Jeez.
Jen takes a cookie from Tao and snaps up a part of the... What do you mean a part? You have a whole cookie or no cookie. Although you prefer no cookie. She then quickly pops a piece into her mouth.
It appears that I overcooked the batch. Sorry.
You did not, unless you prefer the undercooked versions of cookies. Really? I think they taste great. Are you sure you're not being too hard on yourself? Is that a literal pun because the cookies went too hard? I have been told that one should do their best or not at all, and I know this isn't my best. I'm not sure the meaning of that phrase is meant to be comparative. Personally, I think they're delicious, Jen. You're your own worst critic, so let us tell you if your concerns are valid or not. You know what, that's the one piece of information so far, Runia? Rue. There we go. That's not half bad. I suppose you are right. It is getting late though. Should I close up for the night? Yeah, I know there are still things we can talk about, but let's save that for the next meeting, yeah? Flare is right. If you miss something, we could just discuss it tomorrow. Perhaps that is for the best.
Alright then. Let us all clean up.
Yes, let us all clean up. Together. Same as we did the night before. We made sure that the cafe is made spotless for the morning. There we go. I'd say that went over pretty well.
Yeah, we'll see you both tomorrow.
Okie pokey. Good night, guys. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Jen. Upon our return to the hotel, we set up our beds for the night. And now what?
So, what were you and Tao talking about?
Rue, this has nothing to do with you. And no, this is not romance. This is something between me and her. So you just get your mind out of the gutter, okay? Sorry to disappoint, but it was only about what inspired her game.
That's still something.
Yes, it is still something.
Was it because of a dream?
Why, yes, how did you know?
I can read your mind, bro.
Rue, would you just go to bed already? What, really?
I'll leave that for you to decide.
Oh dear, right, yeah. You did interrupt us before Tao could tell me one last thing, though.
Oh, any guess what it might have been?
No clue. I'll have to ask her tomorrow if I can remember.
Just write it down. Trust me on this one.
Shut up, Rue.
Man, I am tired.
Gosh, she has written well to be incredibly annoying.
I guess I'll head off to sleep then.
Yeah, good night. Rue removes her scarf and slips into the restroom to change.
Now I'm all cozy.
Just go to bed. You didn't bring pajamas?
There was no funding for it.
So, okay.
I didn't have the money to buy more clothes.
Okay. Oh?
It's okay though. I'll wash these early in the morning and put on some new clothes.
That's what everybody says. They all look the same.
Not much I can do about that.
Really?
Anyways, I want to sleep. Go take a shower or something.
Sure thing, I was just about to, even without your permission.
Good.
I take a quick shower and cleanse myself from the sweat of today, getting ready for sleep. I enter my bed, Rue sleeps in hers, comfortably huddling the blanket around her whole body. As I lay on the mattress with midnight aura seeps into my soul, my eyelids shut, and what? Ah, it's so good to see you again. It's been too long. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we met like this. How is everyone out here? Fine, fine. Somewhat lonely, perhaps, but at the very least I know that my plan is working out the best it could. I just did as you said. I'm so sorry that this happened to you, though. I could have tried harder. Is there some other work behind all this? Like, are Tao's dreams more than just dreams? Or are they visions to something that's going to be more impactful in the future? Don't worry yourself over such things, truly. Did we ever find that mysterious figure? There's no one to search for. They disappeared a long time ago. That is unfortunate. I wish there was more to say, but I'm still working hard. Just like I promised. The reason I came here was to update you. Of course. And I thank you for your hard work after all this time. The second figure gives a document to the first. I shall read over it promptly. Let's meet up again soon. You got it. I'll be seeing you. What was the report about? Unless that was the
Oh,
report.
I can't believe we have to stop here.
Why are we here? Unless we've already proceeded through the day.
I can. It is only a demo after all.
Oh, I see. This is the end of the game. Okay. Wow. Our Kickstarter camp, rewording that, it was live, but unfortunately the developers were unsuccessful in getting the Kickstarter to the minimum amount needed to develop the game. but I believe that there is another one happening later on this year, which hopefully will be successful, because I'd like this to be a full game. You can click the words on screen to take you to our page.
I may not know what these two are talking about,
You
but
are
I'm deeply grateful for your support of our little story.
Are you talking to me?
We promise to make it something special that everyone can enjoy.
You're making it something that everyone can enjoy so far.
2 games in 1 is a lot of work. But with your help, Kosmos Connections can fully be brought to life.
Indeedy woodies.
Thank you for playing.
Okay, Rue, thank you for being a overly cutesy but very annoying little sibling.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Aw, thanks. Now so good, and the end of the demo. Aw. That was much shorter than I thought it was going to be, but we still have a few avenues we can go down. Kosmos Connections full game. I'm not going to be able to read all that. It's going too fast to be completed. A lot of stuff. It's amazing how they can fit a game. Oh, special thanks to you. I love credits that do that. So that is the demo to the game, but that's a bit too short for a video, so I'm going to explore other avenues in the game. For example, who we can go out with during the day. So we're going to be doing that, and then once we get to the plane of uplink out I can't even pronounce the name of the game. We'll skip forward and then see the results of that. Okay, I've settled my choice. This is our vacation, Rue. I don't just want to leave you alone for a week. We should do something together. Thank you, bro. Of course, you are my little sister after all. Our overly nice but annoying little sister. Is there anything you had in mind today? I was kind of hoping you would choose. This is going to be. You remember Cosmos far more than I do, so you choose the location, I'll choose the activity. I did come prepared, just in case, though I doubt we'd be able to do all that much if he wants to hang out with the other girls. It's fine, I'm just. Okay. Damn it, I didn't get to read all of that. Thank you, game. Thank you, tension. Hey, Flare, you didn't get back to me, so I don't know what the plan is for today. Alright, what should I tell Tao? Wait, you're rejecting an offer from Tao? There'll be plenty of other days, I'm sure. But, like, it's Tao. Yeah, we'll see her tonight. You're weird, Brother Bear, but tell her that. Don't just leave her hanging. That'd be exactly, yeah. Yeah, you got a good piece of advice there, Rue. The worst thing to do is just to flat out ignore. It'll go over a lot better than flat out avoiding her. Don't worry, just don't want to hurt an old friend just after meeting again. I sent a message back to Tao telling her that I'm spending the day with Rue and I'll see her tonight. Well, that's okay. There's plenty of time left in the week to do stuff. We will do something together, right? Smiley face. Anyways, have fun with Rue. See you tonight. Wow, that went better than I expected. It felt like a rejection. Love as I have, you're right. Told you. Yeah, you ready? Sure, but where are we going? We're going to the park. It's the only destination that we have. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Gosh dang it. Going to the park. How about the park? That sounds perfect. We could play chess there. Really? That's all you wanted to do today? Yeah. I know it isn't much, but it would mean a lot to me to just hang out. Even though we live in the same house, our schedules barely line up, and that makes it really hard to spend any quality time together. I have school during the day, you decided to take night classes for college, so I've been lonely lately. Oh, I'm really sorry about that, sis. I thought you would be hanging out with friends then. Don't get me wrong, I do, but sometimes I just want to hang out with my brother bear. Understand? I do. So, the park it is. I still don't get that. Get what? That you're picking me over Tao. There will be plenty of other days to hang out with her. We'll even see her every night at the cafe, right? You're right. That's a real plot twist, though. You come all this way to see her and reject her the first chance you get. I don't get you sometimes, bro. But mine's a mystery, as they say. Whatever. Well, she's awfully perky, setting aside the sarcasm. Yeah. This will be good for us, though. Having some quality sibling bonding time. It should be nice. Anyway, time for me and Rue to get ready and head to the park. Are you all set then? You know it! Let's go! Just lead the way. What's with that face for? Honestly, what on earth is with that face? They're very expressive faces. I kind of forgot my way around here. I only smile and laugh. Alright. We're a good older brother, you know. Here we are, Star Grove Park. It's just like how I remember it. Yep. Save for the tree getting taller. So did you though? Touchy? Now that we're here, bro, you ready for some chess? Hehe. Are you sure you don't want to spend some time under the tree first or something? And the sacred tower in your ritual? I would never. Come on, it wasn't that much of a ritual. You'd only do it every week. Okay then, I assume you're setting up the chess. With that question, Rue flashed a quick smirk at me. Ta-da! Anything to take our mind off tower. For goodness sakes, Rue. Out from her hand, I see a portable chess set. It's in a really small box, so I assume it just folds out. You still play, bro? I'm very rusty, but I think I remember the rules. I think the knight goes in a T shape. No, wait, an L shape. And the castle only goes straight or vertical is horizontal. That's what I was meant to say. And the queen, they can only move one space. No way, that one can move at any spaces. Who doesn't know chess? Me, that's who. Nice, because I don't want to explain them. Rats.
Let's head over to the bench, yeah?
Yep, there's a very visible bench to our right. Or, from Rue's perspective, her left. She gently removes the miniature chessboard from the cardboard box, expanding the folding pieces into a fully fledged chess set. I was under the impression that this was a portable chess set.
Well, it is, except it expands to accommodate for the pieces.
Yeah.
Should I have brought the mini board instead?
No, there's nothing mini about this vacation. No, this is fine. I think I'll be able to manage better in any case.
Good. The game is all about adaptation regardless, so you're already getting into the right state of mind.
Thank you, Rue. Hooray!
No need to give those overreactive responses you normally do. There's no one around to impress.
Shh, stop it, Rue.
I already know you do well.
I know.
Much better.
I followed as the older sibling, but she seems to be wanting control here. Yep, little sisters do that. So, little sisters do that. Luckily for me, I don't have one. But even then, I would be grateful having one.
Do you want to take the first move or me?
They say that those who take the first move are automatically at a
This
disadvantage.
is only a casual match, so I don't care about regulations and all that crap.
Okay. I would say you go first. No, you should go first. You're more experienced than me at this game.
If that's your choice, who am I to say no?
Yeah, we can read a situation once they made the first move. Lord Mole, be mindful. Let them make the first move. I don't like what that laugh entails. Rue and I take turns strategically moving our pieces. Her pawn captures one of my pawns. My rook castles the king. But eventually I just lost track of what's going
Hey,
on.
bro,
Yes,
do
Rue?
you ever wonder what life would be like if we had stayed here?
You know, I actually do at times, Rue. When things get overwhelming, I think of what it would be like if we didn't have to leave all those years ago. What if we went down a different road?
That's very interesting because I don't think about those things.
Yeah, you just think about what's in front of you right now, Rue. You're not very, thinkative of the future.
What ifs don't exist in this life?
Exactly. Hypotheticals do not exist.
As much as I wish they did, the reality of it is that we have to live with the choices other people make, as well as the choices we make.
Okay, Rue.
Dwelling on what could have been can be very unhealthy.
Okay, you need to stop there. This is a different kind of a creepy now.
Unless it's to see what you could have done better. Still, you must move forward and respond to the consequences of each action accordingly.
It sounds like there's two different voice actors for Rue. One for a serious situation and one for her cheerful poke you in the poke you in the ribs one.
At least that's what I think.
I'm stunned. That's actually a very wise thing to say.
Why, thank you. Check.
I quickly move my keen forward one space. My last pawn is captured, leaving my king defenseless.
Checkmate.
It was inevitable, but Rue's bishop was in the perfect place to capture my... Sorry, bishop. Yeah, capture my king.
I win. Want to go again? This setting is just too nice to end it so soon.
I suppose so.
Yay!
Rue and I trade back the pieces we captured, resetting the board to its neutral position.
Okay. Since I won last time, I'll go first.
Okay. That's fine. Once again, our conversation takes precedence over the last match.
So, bro,
Yes. Yeah?
do you actually like one of the girls here?
That depends on your perspective. Do I? In that way, I like both girls as friends. I like 3 girls as friends. One of them's a sibling. 2 of them are possible romance, but that's not the sibling. I can't really say.
Come on, you can tell me.
Yeah, because if we tell you, you're just going to tell them.
I promise I won't let them know.
Yeah, by saying that, you're just going to let them know. Well, you know that Tao and I have been friends for years. Seeing her again, especially so happy, is comforting. Like, looking at how much we've grown up since then, and her already chasing her dream is quite inspiring. You know that I don't really know where to go after college. It's up in the air right now, but I think what I learn here will help influence my choices quite a bit.
I see. And what about Genevieve?
We don't know much about her at all. That's a little bit tougher, considering the fact that we've only known each other since Sunday. I don't have a full grasp on her character to say anything. For what I understand though, her words are usually meant to be a joke, even if they don't sound like it. Her calm demeanour and elegant fashion sense may give you the impression that she has some kind of authority, but she probably just wants to be treated normally like the rest of us.
Then why doesn't she act normal, or at least dress normally?
Because she's the boss of the cafe. This is only speculation, but it could be that her family wants their status to be oblivious or upheld. Sorry, obvious or upheld. Like I said though, it's only speculation.
Got it. So, would you say Tao's the more likely choice?
Rue, would you shut up? Probably. I think we'd have to rekindle our friendship first. I think we would have to rekindle our friendship first. There we go.
So you may need my help sooner than you thought.
Look, can we just talk about Tao's brother for a second here? It's not that. A relationship would take time to actually blossom, and I doubt 1 week is enough time for that. So get your mind out of the gutter, Rue. In a romance novel or dating sim perhaps, but we aren't living a fantasy here. It's ironic that is. Lovely.
Right.
Right, splitting this over, what do you think of Zach?
Oh no, you aren't pulling that on me.
Yes, we are.
First off, he's like 10 years older than me, so that's way too old for me.
Yeah, but that still doesn't change the fact that you blushed at the very moment we first met him.
Secondly, I may be known as matchmaker, but that doesn't denote me as wanting a relationship with anyone right now. At least on that level.
I see.
Stop!
See, you don't like it when we tease you, but you don't have any problems prodding at us. You do know I'm messing with you, right?
Not funny.
See, you know how we feel now. But of course, empathy is not a skill that everyone can grasp. I'm sorry. Check.
What? That was supposed to catch you off guard.
Well, Rue tries to move her king into an advantageous position, but little does she realize her most obvious option is trapped.
Dang it! Just get it over with.
Just get it over with. She moves her king between my pawn and rook and knight. Checkmate. Sometimes squeezing your king into lots of other pieces is very bad, because then you can't move anything to block the king.
I was so caught up in trying to distract you that I distracted myself.
Yeah, that's what happens when we talk about one another's so-called fantasies. Force something to happen and it will usually backfire. Yep.
You made your point.
Yes, Rue, we did. Sore loser much?
What? No, you're just looking too hard into it.
Okay.
This is what I deserve for trying to get gossip out of you.
Yep. Who would you gossip to?
Nobody.
Would it be Zach? That was defensive.
Anyways, I think we're done here.
What do you mean? We've won one and you've won one. Surely that means one more matches in the game. Ooh, packs up the chest pieces. St. Peter's putting it all in their bait. Well, it looks like we're not having a third match. Oh, those were some good games, bro. A little underhanded on both ends, perhaps, but still, you played well. Same to you. If it were a fair match, well, I think you would win. Huh? Why is that? Because you think a bit more logically than me. Aw, you're just being nice, you big goof. Want to head back to the hotel then? We should probably go and play ThetauGames so we can talk about it tonight. I'm fine with that. Want to go grab lunch on the way back? You know it. As long as you're paying for it, that is. Well, I am the only one with money here. Exactly. Okay, Rube. Looks like I'm going to get myself some lunch. What about you? Alright, let's go. Right behind you, bro. Damn it. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Thank you, bro. Truly, I mean it. Not a problem, sis. I hope you know I'd do anything for you. Besides, seeing things about you that I never knew really helped me take a step back. I promise from this day forth to start being a better brother. Hehehe, alright. I pat her on the head. Bro, at least give me a warning or something. Jeez. What is with that look for every single time? Every single time. Sorry. This is a kind of pure joy that can only be shared between two siblings. Exactly. It is a very innocent relationship. Want to have some of that lunch that I brought, Rue? You know it. I pull out a small plastic bag from my satchel. Inside is a club sandwich to share. Not much is said as we partake in the meal. That was amazing. By far the most delicious club I've ever tasted, and trust me, I've tasted loads. Yeah, it was rather satisfying. Now, I guess you also receive what we have to do. You realise what we have to do now. Oh, ThetauGames, right? Yep, so do you want to start off? Or me? Haha, you know I read too fast for you. I don't mind waiting for your slow butt, and besides, she is your birthday. Go wash up. Aye, sir. With a salute, Rue heads to the washroom and cleans herself. Okay, thanks. In the meantime, I turn on my laptop and plug in the USB stick that Tara gave me. A window pops up. Okay, we've been through this before. As Rue returns, I double-click the file. With that part of the discussion out of the way, how was everyone's day today? Pretty great, actually. We played chess for the first time in ages, and it was so fun. I even beat Brother Bear, and I beat you too. So we're evenly matched. I seriously enjoyed it, but that's just because we got to spend the day together after so long, bro. Aw, that's so nice. Appreciate the time you have while you can, because once life starts to kick into gear, you really can't go back. That's what I learned from Zach. I may not have a sibling relationship to base my stance on, but that is very sweet. On my end, however, nothing really happened. I merely took my shift for the day and then read a few hours before closing time came around. Oh, what book were you reading? Come on, Jen, won't judge. Is it a love novel?
Well, it is a novel called Love Paradigm.
Yeah, really now. Oh, I didn't know you were into those kind of things, Jen.
It's not a romance book or anything. I swear.
It's not by the title of it. So you've read it already? No, I just had the ending spoiled for me by someone a while back. Jeez, it really sucks when that happens. I believe that context is far more important than simply knowing what is to come. You can tell me something major, but if I don't know how the characters get to that point, but that still leaves the experience of learning what happens in between intact. Oh, I see.
Sometimes it's the journey that matters the most.
Exactly. So, there is nothing like going into a story completely blind. You got that right. What did you do, Tao? It may not seem like much, but I was just looking through my game for anything that could be wrong with it. Considering I was alone today. Oh. At the very least, I'm finishing up a tiny something extra. Expect it Wednesday. Okay. So those were our days then. Yep, that covers all of us. All in all, pretty peaceful. Oh my gosh. Rue, please come and help me for a moment. Huh? Me? Okay. Shut up, Rue. With a wink, Rue heads towards the kitchen with Jen. So, hey, about your game. I just want you to know that I really enjoy it so far, and I want to help you in any way possible. Oh, right, yeah. I know. Your compliments mean a lot to me, and I'm trying my best to make the game impactful, even if only a little. It's just that, aside from looks, I followed everything to a T. What did you follow? The inspiration for my story. I actually decided to tell it because of dreams that I used to have. Oh really? What kind were they? Well, they were reoccurring or perhaps sequential. However, they all told the same story. Uplink Atelier is that dream turned to reality. Every time I dreamt, I would write down all the details I could remember. I see. That's actually not that uncommon. A lot of famous novels have been inspired by dreams. Perhaps, but... Of course you would do that. We're back! Meep! Oh, Rue! Sorry, bro. Just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Of course you would. No, not you two, Jan. Oh, my apologies. I just find it all amusing seeing you get worked up like that. But anyways, based on your preferences from last time, I bought a more reasonable amount of sweets. I apologise for not putting them out sooner. It's okay. Anything is appreciated, right, Rue? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jen. Thanks, Jen. Rue chose her own macarons, so I brought you your dessert. Red macarons and peanut butter cookies. Thanks a lot. My pleasure. Did you not get anything for yourself? Oh no, I really shouldn't. You really should. Come on, Jen. As Rue said yesterday, you should indulge every once in a while. She holds out a cookie to her face.
Calm down, Tao. Jeez.
Yeah, please, calm down. Jen takes a cookie from Tao and snaps off a part of the edge. She then quickly pops the piece into her mouth.
It appears that I overcooked the batch. Sorry.
What do you mean by that? Really, I think that tastes great. Are you sure you're not being too hard on yourself? Just like the cookies themselves. I've been told that one should do their best or not at all, but everyone can improve by improving and continuously trying. And I know this isn't my best. I'm not sure the meaning of that phrase is meant to be comparative. Personally, I think they're delicious, Jen. You're your own worst critic, so let us tell you if your concerns are valid or not. Heh, I suppose you are right. It is getting late though. Should I close up for the night? Yeah, I know there are things still things we could talk about, but let's save that for the next meeting, yeah? Flare is right. If you missed something, we could just discuss it tomorrow. Perhaps that is for the best.
Alright then. Let us all clean up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Same as we did the night before. We made the cafe is made spotless for the morning. I'd say that went over pretty well.
Yeah, we'll see you both tomorrow.
Indeed. Good night, guys. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Upon our return to the hotel, we set up our beds for the night.
So, what were you and Tao talking about?
Sorry to disappoint, but it was only about what inspired her game.
That's still something.
Indeed it
Was
is.
it because of a dream?
Yes, it is because of a dream. Why, yes, how did you
I
know?
can read your mind, bro.
Shut up, Rue. What, really?
I'll leave that for you to decide.
Right. You did interrupt us before Tara could tell me one last thing, though.
Oh, any guess what it might have been?
No idea. No clue. I'll have to ask her tomorrow if I remember.
Just write it down.
Thanks.
Trust me on this one.
Thank you. Keep yawning.
But man, I am tired.
Are
I
you?
guess I'll head off to sleep then.
Go off to dreamland. Rue removes her scarf and slips into the restroom to change.
Now I'm all cozy.
Just go to bed, Rue. You didn't bring pajamas?
There was no funding for it.
Of course there wasn't any funding for it. Eh?
I didn't have the money to buy more clothes.
Okay. Oh?
It's okay though. I'll wash these early in the morning and put on some new clothes.
Okie dokie. They all look the same.
Not much I can do about that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I want to sleep. Go take a shower or something.
Thanks, Rue. Sure thing, I was just about to.
Good.
Goody good gumdrops. I take a quick shower and cleanse myself from the sweat of today, getting ready to sleep. I enter my bed, Rue's sleeping in hers, comfortably huddling the blanket around her whole body. As I lay on the mattress, the midnight aura seeps into my soul, my eyelids shut, and... This could also just be an interpretation of Tara's dreams that she had for the inspiration of her game. Ah, it's good, so good to see you again. It's been too long. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we met like this. How is everything out here? Fine, fine. Somewhat lonely perhaps, but at the very least I know that my plan is working out the best it could. I did just as you said. I'm so sorry that this happened to you though. I could have tried harder. Don't worry yourself over such things, truly. Did we ever find them? There's no one to search for. They've disappeared a long time ago. That is unfortunate. I wish there was more to say, but I'm still working hard, just like I promised. The reason I came here was to update you, of course, and I thank you for your hard work after all this time. The second figure gives a document to the first. I shall read over it promptly. Let's meet up again soon. You got it. I'll be seeing you. What was the report about? I don't know.
Oh, I can't believe we have to stop here.
Yeah, she did.
I can. It is only a demo after all.
Thanks, Rue. Yeah, it's not live, unfortunately. Yep.
I may not know what these two are talking about, but
Jean.
I'm deeply grateful for your support of our little story.
Yes,
We promise to make it something special that everyone can enjoy.
indeed.
2 games in 1 is a lot of work.
Indeed it is.
But with your help, Kosmos Connections can fully be brought to life.
Thank you for playing.
Thank yous.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless everyone. Now, the enigmatic character of Jean. Okay, I've made up my mind. I think it would be interesting to hang out with Jean. What? But you don't even know her. Exactly, which is why I should get to know her. The air once again grew silent, if only for a second. Oh, I see. You want to make sure Tao doesn't have any competition, right? Oh, stop it. You know as well as I do that our relationship isn't like that. If you say so. You sure are the teaser, Rue. For goodness sakes. In that case, you tell her that want to hang out. I want to hang out with her today. I thought that was a slash. And I'll be at the park if she wants to play some games. Sure thing. It could be good for you to know her better. Yeah, whatever. I'm just doing that so she won't be mad at you. Click. Sometimes I don't understand this. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Regardless, I better text Rue's plan for today. And send the message. Now to see if Jean actually wants to hang out. I sent Jean a brief message asking if she wants to do anything together. Bzz. Ah, that must be Tar. Hey Flare, I don't mind spending time with Rue today. It should be fun to do something together. But what I would really like is to hang out with you this week. Enjoy your time with Jean though. She's a really interesting one, that girl. Well, I best prepare myself then. Mentally. Let's take a look at my message again. This time it's from Jean. Ah, hello. I did not know you would use my number to text me. If you want to hang out today, I will be at the cafe taking the morning stock. Meet me there at noon, as that is when I get off my shift. J, I mean. Wow, I didn't know if she'd actually reply or not, let alone agree. This is all big news. Looks like I'm going to a cafe today, but there's still a little while until noon. I pass the time by checking the outside window from my computer. It goes a bit slowly at first, but eventually I just get lost in current events. Oh dear. Well, I guess time really does fly. Better get going then. I grab my watch as well as my jacket, checking the restroom mirror just to make sure I look alright. I always look alright. Even if my hair is a mess, I still look alright. Everything seems in order. Let's go. Let's go to the cafe to meet with Jean. I look around the cafe for Jean. She turns towards me as she packs her apron away. There you are. I was not sure if you would show up. I'm right down the street. You could always come over to get me if I forget. Perhaps. But what makes you think I would want to get you in the first place, Jean? You're such a teaser, you know that. Joking? Now you are catching on. What is it with this girl? Well, you are here now, I suppose. Yes, so, was there anything you had in mind for today?
No.
No. Remember, you were the one who asked me if I wanted to do something today, and I simply agreed. And now it is up to you to decide on something. Well, we could always go to the unavailable in demo place. Now, we can't do that. It would be too cruel to do that, for goodness sakes. Go to the park. We could always head over to the park and do something. And what, pray tell, would we go out there for? I don't know, just to hang out? If not, there are other places in this town we could go to. No, the park is fine. I was just curious, is all. I can't tell she doesn't really want to hang out. I can tell that she doesn't really want to hang out. Still, she could have just flat out denied my offer. Alright, are you ready to go then? I do tell you I am off my shift now, so yes. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Gonna be fun with a big F and a big U and a big N. Well, here we are, Stargroove Park. You are acting like I do not live here or something. Sorry. I just get a bit enthusiastic at times. I see. She takes a seat on the park table, taking out a book she had apparently been carrying in her purse. I apologize if I am not much of an engaging partner. Her face soon becomes obscured by the literacy piece. The book looks to be some sort of journal that she's reading over. So, what are you reading? Nothing much, just a parting gift from an old friend. You bought something just for yourself, knowing full we'd be hanging out together. Why yes, is there something wrong with that? No, but it's just not something people would normally do. Oh, I see. I do apologise in that case. Now, are you going to keep harassing me? Is that joking as well? She still wants to read. Sorry if I came off that way. It's just I want to learn more about you. We only met each other on Sunday, so I thought we could get to know one another better. She places a bookmark between the pages and places the book down.
Alright, you start.
Thanks, Jane. Huh?
The conversation. You started.
Okay, Jean.
I shall listen attentively.
Attentively, you say? She flashes a pretentious smile, but not one that feigns interest. Her flippant demeanor sure is confusing. Okay, ask me a question.
What is your main hobby?
What is our main hobby? We have a great hobby. It's called... Oh, that's easy. Video games and anime. I think I said that a bit prouder than I meant to. Video games and anime.
As I suspected of you, but I shall take it.
What do you mean suspected? Not all males are the same, you know. What do you mean by that?
I'm only joking.
Thanks, Jane. I am not so sure. That face isn't the kind of face that you pull when joking. Now I'll ask you a question.
Shoot.
Yes? What do you like to do when you aren't working?
I prefer to grab a book from my father's study, take some extra tea from the kitchen, and head up to my room and read.
Okay.
This is probably a pretty obvious answer, but it is life for me.
Yikes. Oh no. I found it rather interesting.
You are reaching.
You are reaching? Dang it, she's all right for me.
Do you read?
No, I don't think I quite do, unless you're counting visual novels. Oh, for goodness sakes. If you count visual novels, then yeah, I do all the time.
Digital entertainment.
Yes, is there something up with that?
So tell me, what justifies a visual novel as a book in your eyes?
The number of texts to read. I take a second to respond. It's not that I don't know, it just seems like such a straightforward answer to me. So you know how some would call Japanese manga literature Natsuki?
They are just as much as comic books.
Yes. Yeah, so imagine something like a graphic novel, only a little more interactive. A majority of the time playing is spent reading dialogue and making choices. In many cases, you're still given free rein to interpret the message or infer what will happen. You see, visual novels use the same conventions you would find in any form of literature, but the multimedia exists to enhance the experience.
Did you get that point of view from Tao?
I don't know where you got that from. Oh no, but it does sound like it's something she would rave about, doesn't it?
Probably.
Probably.
Nevertheless, it is beneficial to take this into account when playing Uplink Alethea.
Olivia. Definitely. She chose to make it the way she did for a reason.
Right.
Righty-hoo. Now I ask you something else. So your family owns Cafe de Luna, correct?
They own it, but I run it.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, I figured. Sorry if this is a little personal, but... Your family. What are they like?
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, what are they like? I mean, I have Rue and Tar Zach. Do you have any family members that you consider close?
No.
Yikes.
I cannot say that I do.
Everyone has different upbringings, but man, that's a... Oh dear, I feel quite sorry for some people actually.
Even in regards to my parents, I am not that close to them.
Yikes. Everyone has different backgrounds. Oh, I just thought that since your father owned a cafe, you would be able to see him more often.
My father may own that place, but he's gone out on more darn business trips in a month than the amount of days I've taken off my entire life.
Yikes. I'm so sorry to hear that.
It isn't your fault. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Maybe it's just that I don't really have someone like this to talk to.
Learning a bit more about Gina. Not even Tar?
She knows as much as she needs to. She's too shy, too innocent to lay burdens on her like that.
Yikes. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you out.
And how would you know?
Because she was my best friend growing up. I can't say how much she's changed, if at all, but her nature is one that loves people. She's always been that way.
Your point proves valid.
Indeed it does. Jean slides her book closed to her and puts her hand on it, sorry.
Consider yourself lucky I'm in an open mood.
Well, like the book you just closed. I do nothing but stay silent.
I never had a true friend to rely on growing up. Not until I moved here, at least. I guess that is why reading has appealed so much to me, though. By losing myself in worlds written by others, a means of escape unfolds.
Indeed it does. You forget about the harsh reality of real life by escaping into these wonderful worlds, but even though they're alternative worlds, they sometimes aren't hugely wonderful considering the events that transpire there. But not that they're in depth, it's just the nature of some fantasies.
Sure, I have my daily duties to attend to. And at the end of the day, I must return to reality anew. Yet, that is what makes the stories I read so endearing to me. Try as I might, the troubles I face aren't ones that are easily ignorable.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to set my foot in business, cooking, and all other manner of things just to keep up with the crowd.
Yep.
Reading is where my happy place is. And it is actually where I got most of my education.
You mean you were homeschooled?
Surprising, right? Father thought that no education could provide what he could not. So he enrolled me in special classes specifically designed to advance my academic abilities.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least I know why you act as upright as you do. Wow. That's a bit too direct, don't you think?
The teaching may have been prestigious, but it does not mean a darn thing when you have to take care of a coffee house for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe math helps every so often with the baking measurements and running the cash register.
Yep.
And the business books have taught me to fairly pay my employees. But I never actually learned what really mattered.
And what would that be? Oh gosh, I say those exact words. And what would that be?
I never learned how to make a friend.
Aw, Jean, we'll be your friend. A tear rolls down her cheek. Aw, but even after saying that, she never flinched. This must have been weighing on her for the longest time. Needless to say, I am shocked. Hey, it's alright, Jean. No matter what, I'm here for you. Not just me, though. Ta, Rue, Zach, we all care about you.
It's not that easy.
Are you sure it's not?
Whatever sentiments you can say to me will only matter until you leave.
What? Without thinking, I grasped Jean's hand tightly. Whoa. That's not true! Even if we do have to leave come Friday, it doesn't matter now, in the moment. There's still time to change yourself, not be forced down this road. What? She turns around, raising her hand to wipe the now prominent tears from her eyes.
You're right. I cannot just stand here and blame my father for how I have acted.
Mm-hmm.
I must look at the woman in the mirror and shape up into something greater.
Yeah. That's a spirit. What's so funny?
Nothing.
What's nothing?
I'm merely surprised that someone as plain as you could leave such an impact on me.
Why did you say we're plain? We're not plain. We're very multicolored. Thank you very much. Oh, jeez. You had it for a moment and then... Joking? What? Never mind. You really have to start being more positive, though. This attitude of putting people down needs to stop. It kind of gives you a superiority complex. Yeah. Suppose it does. My apologies. That was the start if I've ever seen it. What? Your apology? I take it back then. Oh, come on. I can say that time. I was only joking. Aww. Well, you got me there. Anyways, it's already getting late. You'll be closing the cafe soon, right? Yeah. And you need to play Ta's game before tonight. I made that promise with the fullest intentions of keeping it. You're a good friend to her, Flare. Oh, thanks. Shall we head on back then? Let us go. I shall lead the way. You know, despite everything that happened today, I think this was a growing experience for both of us. When I dropped Jen off at the cafe, she made a quick meal for me and Rue. I thanked her, of course, before heading back to my hotel room. Lovely. Friends do that to one another. I walk into my hotel room to see Rue waiting for me by the desk. I said behind the desk. Oh, there you are. I was hoping you'd be back sooner, but what can you do? Sorry about that. I did get some food, though. From Jean, I assume? How did you guess? It isn't difficult. She cooks, you hunt out of her, probably walked her home. Simple. No, you mean... deductive. No, not seductive, for goodness sakes. That's seductive reasoning, if you want to call it that. So when's the next time you're going to be thinking about Zach then, Rue? But hey, did you say that you would be at the park today? Yeah? What of it? Jean and I were there for a pretty long while, but there's no sign of you or Ta there. Oh, did you arrive afternoon? Yeah. That explains it. Ta and I headed back to her place pretty early on. She said you should hang out with her sometime this week, okay? Wouldn't want to disappoint her, you know. Exactly. So, are we going to play Uplink? There's only a little while until the meetup, so we better not procrastinate. Right. Did you want to play? Oh, no. I don't think it would be right of me to do something she asked you to complete. Good point. After taking my jacket off for now, I turn on my laptop. As it starts up, I plug in the USB stick that Tao gave to me. Once the computer loads, a little window pops up with the name uplinkafia.exe. I double click it and the program opens up, and we'll catch up in a little bit of a while. With that part of the discussion out of the way, how was everyone's day today? I found the day pretty uneventful, but I thought you and Flare were going to hang out at the park. We did, some things are best kept private. Agreed. Although, I guess I could say that it was at least an uplifting experience for me. That's good. Rue and I just hung around my house for most of the day. We had a blast playing Rivals of the Ether. Close enough. I totally had the upper hand. Yeah, I don't know how often she plays, Flare, but your sister is pretty good at the game. Thanks. Once I got back, I read for a few hours. It didn't take that long for you to read chapter 1, did it? Oh no, dear. I was reading that in between a book I had already started. Really? What was it called? Well, Come on, Jean, you can tell us. What is it called?
It's called Love Paradigm.
I
Yes.
wouldn't have thought you were into those kinds of books, Jen.
Okay, it's Rue this time asking her about that. Usually it's Tao who's the one who's doing that.
It's not that kind of book.
Really now? So have you finished it then? No, I just had the ending spoiled a long while back by someone. I can't believe it took me until now to read it, actually. Sorry that it was spoiled for you, I know how you feel. It is unfortunate, but I think for a book like this, you can know the ending and still enjoy everything that leads up to that point.
The journey is more important than the destination, as they say.
Yes, it's not about the start point or the end point, but it's the in-between part, the journey that matters. Still, there's nothing like going into a story completely blind. You've got that right. So, those were our days then. Yep, it covers all of us. All in all, pretty peaceful. Oh my gosh. Rue, please come and help me for a moment. Huh? Me? Okay. Don't mess this up, bro. With a wink, Rue heads towards the kitchen with Jean. Oh dear, would you get your mind out of the gutter, Rue? So, hey, about your game. I just want you to know that I really enjoy it so far, and I want to help you in any way possible. Oh, right, yeah. I know. Your compliments mean a lot to me, and I'm trying my best to make the game impactful, even if only a little. It's just that, aside from the looks, I followed everything to the T. What did you follow, huh? Was it your dreams? The inspiration for my story? I actually decided to tell it because of dreams that I used to have. Oh really? What kind were they? Well, they were reoccurring or perhaps sequential. However, they all told the same story. Uplink Atelier is that dream turned to reality. Every time I dreamt, I would write down all the details I could remember. I see. That's actually not that uncommon. A lot of famous novels have been inspired by dreams. Lovely. Perhaps, but... Of course you would have to do that, Rue. We're back! Meep! Ah, Rue! Sorry, bro. Just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Yeah, of course you would. Oh, not you two, Jean. Ah, my apologies. I should find it all amusing, seeing you get worked up like that. But anyways, based on your preferences from last time, I brought a more reasonable amount of sweets. I apologise for not putting them out sooner. It's okay. Anything is appreciated, right, Rue? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jean. Thanks, Jean. Rue chose her own macarons, so I brought you your dessert, Flare. Once again, I'm presented with a small platter of red macarons and peanut butter cookies. I'll take the red macarons, thank you. Thanks a lot. My pleasure. Did you not get anything for yourself? Oh no, I really shouldn't. Come on, Jean. As Rue said yesterday, you should indulge every once in a while. She holds out a cookie to her face. Bite it.
Calm down, Tao. Jeez.
Jean takes the cookie from Tao and snaps off a part of the edge. She then quickly pops a piece into her mouth. Yummy.
It appears that I overcooked the batch.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Hey now. Either way, cookies are good. Really? I think they taste great. Are you sure you're not being too hard on yourself? I have been told that one should do their best or not at all. And I know this isn't my best. I'm not sure the meaning of that phrase is meant to be comparative. Personally, I think they're delicious, Jean. You're your own worst critic, so let us tell you if your concerns are valid or not. I suppose you are right. It is getting late though. Should I close up for the night? Yeah, I know that there are still things we can talk about, but let's save that for the next morning, yeah? Flare was right. If we miss something, we can just discuss it tomorrow. Perhaps that is for the best.
Alright then. Let us all clean up.
Let us be one big team and clean this place up so that everything sparkles, even the dirt itself sparkles.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Same as we did the night before. We made we made sure the cafe is made spotless for the morning. I'd say that went over pretty well.
Yeah. We'll see you both tomorrow.
We'll see you in the morning. Good night, guys. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Jean. And Tar. And, okay, we'll say good night to Rue later. Upon our return to the hotel, we set up our beds for the night.
So, what were you and Tao talking about?
We don't know. You interrupted at the last moment. Sorry to disappoint, but it was only about what inspired her game.
That's still something.
Indeed.
Was it because of a dream?
It could be a dream, for goodness sakes, Rue. Why, yes, how did you know?
I can read your mind, bro.
No. There's no such thing as mind reading. It's just making a rough assumption, and based on our reaction, it seems as if our rough assumption became a concrete assumption. What? Really?
I'll leave that for you to decide.
Shut up, bro. Heh. Right. You did interrupt us before Tao could tell me one last thing, though.
Oh, any guess what it might have been?
We don't know, Pout-Face Rue. No clue. I'll have to ask her tomorrow if I remember.
Just write it down.
Indeed.
Trust me on this one.
Yeah, you need to write stuff down to remember. Actually, I do that all the time to remember stuff.
But, man, I am tired.
You sure do look tired. You keep yawning.
I guess I'll head off to sleep then.
Yep, go to Dreamland, Rue. Rue removes her scarf and slips into the restroom to change.
Now I'm all cozy.
One is all cozy without any pajamas. What the heck? You didn't bring pajamas?
There was no funding for it.
What do you mean there's no funding for pajamas? That's like a basic necessity. Eh?
I didn't have the money to buy more clothes.
So you bought earrings, some necklaces, a bracelet, a very, very expensive watch, but no pajamas? I'm joking. Oh.
It's okay though. I'll wash these early in the morning and put on some new clothes.
Yeah, they all say that. They all look the same. It's almost as if this is a game where everyone wears the same clothes.
Not much I can do about that.
Exactly. In a visual novel universe, everyone wears the same clothing.
Anyways, I want to sleep. Go take a shower or something.
Okay, boss. We'll take a shower. Actually, that's a good thing. Always bath or shower daily. Sure thing, I was just about to.
Good.
Goody good gumdrops. Without the gums and the drops. I take a quick shower and cleanse myself from the sweat of today, getting ready for sleep. I enter my bed, Rue sleeps in hers, comfortably huddling the blanket around her whole body. As I lay on the mattress, the midnight aura seeps into my soul, my eyelids shut, and we're going to dreamland. Oh, it's so good to see you again. It's been too long. Yeah, I can't remember the last time we met like this. How is everything out here? Fine, fine. Somewhat lonely, perhaps. But at the very least I know that my plan is working out the best it could. I did just as you said. I'm so sorry that this happened to you, though. I could have tried harder. Don't worry yourself over such things, really, truly. Did they ever find them? There's no one to search for. They disappeared a long time ago. Yikes! Ugh, that is unfortunate. I wish there was more to say, but I'm still working hard, just like I promised. The reason I came here was to update you, of course. And I thank you for your hard work after all this time. The second figure gives a document to the first. I shall read over it promptly. Let's meet up again soon. You got it? I'll be seeing you. So my confusion for the first time was that I thought we were going to read the document as they're seriously talking with one another, but they'll go away, and then the next time they meet up, the first mysterious figure would have read the documents. Okie pokey. But I wonder though.
Oh, I can't believe we have to stop here.
The name of the game is Kosmos Connections, and the game that Tara is making is about making connections not through the cosmos, but through something that could psychologically be counted as through the cosmos, because you're making a datascape reality where two people from other parts of the world can interact with each other as if they were face to face with one another, not like webcam, not like Skype or Discord. I'm talking real life here. It's an alternative reality, but it's like a reality that's made up of bits and data and stuff like that.
I can. It is only a demo after all.
Okay, well, you just had to spoil to everyone and talk in a fourth wall presence that this is a game. Our Kickstarter campaign is now live later in the year, so consider supporting us there if you enjoyed this demo. You can click the words on screen to take you to our page.
I may not know what these two are talking about,
Yes,
but
you
I'm
do,
deeply
Jean.
grateful for your support of our little story.
Aw, thank you as well for being one of the wonderful characters to this game, Jean.
We promise to make it something special that everyone can enjoy.
Everyone can enjoy.
2 games in one is a lot of work.
Okay,
But
Tao.
with your help, Kosmos Connections can fully be brought to life.
I feel like Tao were actually talking with the developers themselves. Like Tao is like the avatar of Kosmos Connections of the developers of this game. Developer brackets S.
Thank you for playing.
Yay!
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Same to you guys. May you be blessed. So that's the end. I really enjoyed that little demo. It was quite quirky in its little ways. And the idea of what could happen next is definitely tied to Tar's game. Because I believe by now we got an idea that most of the, well, at least half of the game special thanks to you. Half of the game involves around Tar's game that they're making inside a game that's developed by Tar. For real life Tar, not the in-game Tar. So I think that's pretty much how also the endings will go as well. Like you have different endings depending on how you react or how you give feedback with the game in which Tar has developed. So if you probably select the correct kind of choices, not necessarily the nicest ones, but the most honest ones, not the most horrible ones, but the most honest ones, then I'd say they could set us up for possibly one of the better endings. If there are multiple endings for per character, there could be like a good ending and a bad ending depending on the character's route that you choose. You could have, let's say, at least 6 endings in this game. There might be more, considering the fact that there might be a way to get 2 or possibly 3 characters with equal amounts of interactions with. I'm not sure if each interaction would have a certain amount of story points which will contribute towards whose route you are going for and which ending you would get. But anyways, this has been the demo to Kosmos Connections. Thank you so much to everyone who's been watching this, and thank you so much to the developers for making this game, and I hope for all of the best in the future with the second Kickstarter. So thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in the next game. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.